Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Mixed Media Frenzy. And today's lift is this beautiful pen, and I love the dream catchers and the feathers and so forth, and I've done quite a few feathery layouts lately, so I decided to kind of change this one around a bit. The photo I'm working with, I wanted to do something really special for this photo because it kind of captures the tropical vibe that one looks for on vacation. And even though this was a rather strange little getaway that we had in Florida, this part of the lobby was really pretty. There were twinkly lights around the trunks of the palm trees, and the palm trees were tall, and there were all these beautiful tropical plants in the lobby as we checked in. And we were trying to keep distant from people, and so I just kind of took this. It represents kind of what you go for on vacation, or at least what I do, and I just kind of want to highlight it. There's not much of a story here, and so there won't be much journaling, and it's all going to be accomplished mostly with ink and stamping. So we'll kind of see where we go from there. So I'm going to put that aside. I'll put the original aside. Instead of feathers, I have pulled these two stamp sets. One is a Heidi Swap stamp set. I forget what the line is, and I've got a stamp right here that's supposed to go someplace else. It goes here. Anyway, I've got that stamp set, and then I've got this crepe paper Wild Heart stamp set. I have this stamp, which is a fern, but it's kind of tropical looking. I'm not sure that I want to use it because I kind of looked at some things. I've got this in case I want to use this as a stencil to maybe doodle some viney looking things. So I've got, rather than starting from scratch on my mixed media, I'm gonna have to move everything off because I have my Misty, my 12 by 12 Misty here. And okay, I'll show you what I'm starting with. This is a page in the Let's Wander Vicki Boutin pre-done mixed media pages, and it kind of has the lines where it kind of goes vertically and then horizontally that you see in the original. So I'm going to work with that. I've got it, I've used my magnets to hold it in place. This is where my vertical elements will kind of drift down. I have this stencil that is there are 5 feathers here. I'm going to use 3 of them. Let me just kind of put that there. I have my Distress Oxide colors and some and here I've got my yellow brush. I'm going to use some of this, and I'm really just going for I'm doing it over the existing media, kind of letting this feather come out to the side and this feather come out to the side, and I'm just going to kind of brush enough of the color in here, and I'm going to blend it that you get a hint of feathers. That's my homage to the feathers that are in the original. So I've used Squeezed Lemonade for my lightest color. Then I'm going with Mustard Seed, and I'll kind of tap that in. I have no idea how this is going to look and if this is going to work, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm going to stamp in black over that. Let me put that away and get my green one out. And I'm using Twisted Citron. And I moved my stencil, but that's okay. And okay, let me move the stencil back into place. You know, it doesn't matter if it's exactly in the same place, because this actually will give some depth to the yellow marks I had already made. Okay. Let's see what we have. Okay, the feathery part is clear here, and not much shows kind of right in the center, and that's sort of what I expected. Okay, so let's put this away, and everything else from now on is going to be black stamping. Put that up and off to the side. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the tropical stamps and I'm going to arrange them and then move the cover of the Misty over. I like the largest ones. I would like to go. Let me first kind of place the photo. I've matted the photo in an accent color, which is this teal, which kind of picks up on the teals that are in the Vicky Boutin mixed media. And then I went behind it with a yellow that it's kind of like the mustard seed yellow. And then I had a tiny scrap of this diagonal striped paper, and I decided to add that just as a bit of color. It's the only bit of multiple color that's not in this kind of monotone, monochromatic background there. So the photo's going to go there, so using that, I'll use that to kind of place these. I'll do that there, and this is going to be my title, so it's going to go there. And I'm going to take the next kind of larger ones. I might start here. And my idea is to have a couple of different runs down the page of these stamps. On the side of the photo, I want this pineapple to be showing kind of underneath. So that is going to work. I'm still for proportion. Let me get this down, maybe here, there, and I've got this one that can go here. I have a little cluster of flowers that might let me see. the cluster of flowers, I think I want to go up here. I'll let this leaf and this one kind of go there. And I've got another one that can maybe go here. Okay. And I have another flower which could go here, and a little tiny flower cluster. I'm kind of bringing these out into the white part. This is a large flower, and I may put it kind of right there. Okay, anything else? I've got the heart, which I don't want to put in there. I've got that. Let's see, those are some words. Let's see, I think I had some stuck around. I think that's going to be it. Oh, I've got this little tiny one, and maybe I'll do it like that. Now, I've got some sequins and enamel dots, and I've got some Heidi Swapp Color Shine and some liquid, Pink Fresh liquid watercolor that I could do drops with. Several different shades of green enamel dots, and I have these sequins that have some aqua, and like it's a really beautiful mix of greens and aquas. So I'm going to, any place that the leaf procession down the page doesn't, let me kind of move this one over. I want this procession down the page, wherever it lacks continuity and needs some continuity added, then I'll do that with some of these embellishments. Okay, let me do this. I think I'm not going to use the big fern. I thought about maybe doing it there, but it's too much. I like that there's a large cluster here and a smaller one there. Okay, let me get the bad move to have the photo still in there. So let me put, that was a mistake. Let me go back and place this so that I know where that needs to go. Okay, that's good, and there. Okay. Now let's see if I can confirm the placement of things, because once I get ink on these guys, okay, I have picked up all of the stamps, and I'm not sure how much of this side of the Misty you can see. Let me kind of move things over. So you're aware. I just gotta, I got a low battery notice. Okay, I'm just adding my very first coat of ink onto the stamps, and I've hit the lid of the Misty, which I probably ought to clean off with a paper towel. Let me just, if I didn't hold it absolutely parallel to the stamps and the lid there. So, there. And this paper takes stamping really, really well. but I'm reasonably certain that I'll need more than one pass. Let me go here, especially over the word. Okay. Now this is an... Okay. Obviously, we've got something on backwards. Silly me. But that's okay. It left a blotch there because I put the ink on the underside of the stamp. Silly, silly mistake. However, I've just turned the leaf upside down. It'll be going a little different direction, but that's not going to be, that's nothing to cry about. It'll look like a shadow underneath the black stamp. So I'm going to put some more ink under the, I see the pineapple in the middle didn't go through. It looks like I did another backwards one right there. That's the problem with some of these that don't have really deep cuts. It's hard to tell one side from the other. In any case, it's an embarrassing thing to do on camera. So let me see if I can really apply pressure. When I first saw that, I thought maybe I'd gotten some of the ink from the cover onto the stamped area. You know what I can do is I can go over both of these with some a black pen. I'm going to leave it here and I'm going to fix everything that I see wrong. I'm going to take this off and put the Misty aside, and then we'll go about, let me see if I can get that. We'll go about fixing the mistakes here. Okay, so I didn't intend this to be a lesson in fixing mistakes, but why not? So we'll kind of go over here. I'm just kind of tracing what I know to be the real image, and I'm maybe extending it a bit so it kind of goes over that shadow. So I kind of doodled that. This, I don't know exactly what happened there. That looks like a defect maybe in the stamp. And I don't know if I've used that one before. I would have thought so because it's a favorite set of images. Here I'm kind of going out there. Okay. This one I may do something something crazy like that, and then I kind of don't hate that. Okay. What else did I have to fix? This guy looks like it's it moved when I did my reshuffling of things. So I'm just gonna make that look like it's more part of the pineapple. It looks like it to look like it's closer down and just has a crooked top. So let's see what we want to do here. That's right, I think. Let me burnish that and get it down. Okay, now, well, I maybe should have covered that photo. And I'm doing these drops. Okay, and now I'm going to go for some really large yellow drops. Let's see if I can do one. Come on. Okay. And now we're going to do a series of sequins. Okay. I'm just gonna put a few down here. There we go. That's one. Let's see. I have a teal one, a flat lime green, a metallic lime green, apple green, if you will. Let's see, I'm going to do a clear teal here. This is actually a purple, and I think I had another, yeah, have another spot of glue there. And this is kind of a greenish gold. Okay, let me do another series here, 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 and here. Okay, and we'll start again. Here's a really nice, bright, pretty green. There. Metallic green again. And I've got a tiny teal that works there. I have just gotten my finger in this yellow drop. Okay, let's see. Let me do another sprinkling of these, maybe part of this cluster out here. And I'm certainly going to use one of these purpley ones out here where it can, number one, it's over mostly white, so the purple shows better than up here. And I'm going to use a teal one here. And that purple contrasts with that yellowy color. This is actually kind of that citron yellow. I'm going to put a couple around in here. And I like when I'm doing something like this on one of the pre-made layouts, I use some of the splatters that the artist made as guidelines for where to put things, because you can't get any more random than this particular arrangement, and that's kind of what you're going for. Okay, so 3 different sizes there. I'm not going to put any sequins or any stamping other than the title and the pineapple up top. Right now, I'm going to finish this off with a few enamel dots, and it's really going to be done. Done with that. I think I'm going to choose some of the smaller dots, and I'm not going to use a lot of them. Let me get kind of right in this cluster, and maybe right here. I'll do this one up there, and this one down here. I think I have some small ones. I'm not. There, and then I'll choose one of these in this color, and I'll kind of have it sort of trailing down. Okay, I'm going to call that done. I think I have it on there parallel. I'm not going to tip it to the side. So obviously I went with tropical greenery instead of feathers. And I used a photo that I was kind of trying to bring that out of the photo, the pre-made mixed media background there. I love this this greenery, and I love all those images, and seeing them all stamped on the same page. Just I really like it. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to find one of these stamps. I'm going to take this stamp and put it on here and ink it up, and I'm going to put it right in here. There, and then maybe once more. Kind of at a little different angle. Okay, and do I want another one down here? I think I do. Let me do one here, maybe. Right, oops, it didn't stamp all the way. My worst nightmare. Okay, here's where we try out our stamp placement skills. I know why. It's because of that enamel dot. Okay, it came out a little darker than the other, and that's what I get for trying to bridge different hi. Oh, okay, I'm good. I think I'm gonna stop now. Maybe one right over in here. No, I think I'm gonna end it. I'll stop the madness. So this was fun. I enjoyed it, and it didn't come out exactly as I had envisioned, but I love it. So, and it has the same mix of colors and the same tropical vibe that I was trying to capture from that photo. And if I were going to change anything, I might change this little strip of paper, but it kind of, to me, multicolor stripes like that kind of say sweet, and the title is Sweet Life, so it seems appropriate to me. If not, I'll find some way to explain it that way. So thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. This is for Mixed Media Frenzy, but it's also my layout for Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. So I'll include all of the Mixed Media Frenzy participants, and they'll all be using this same lift. The Off the Board participants will be using whatever their favorite pen of the day is. So hope you'll check them all out and have a fun weekend watching inspirational videos. Bye.